Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be covering a project with incredibly high potential this upcoming bull run. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief.
So the project I'm going to be covering today is called Kadena. The ticker is KDA. According to CoinMarketCap, Kadena is currently ranked 159th among all cryptocurrencies. It's trading at a price point of 66 cents. It has a market cap of only 158 million, a max supply of 1 billion, and a circulating supply of 238 million. That's about 24% in circulation. And obviously 24% is not a great thing to see. However, I want to preface, the supply is going to be released over the next 100 years, so it's not as bad as it looks. Kadena reached an all-time high back in the 2021 bull market of $28. It's currently down 97% since then. Kadena is a proof-of-work blockchain that combines the proof-of-work consensus mechanism from Bitcoin with DAG principles to offer a scalable version of Bitcoin. Kadena claims it can provide the security of Bitcoin while being able to offer unparalleled throughput that makes the blockchain usable to enterprises and entrepreneurs alike. Kadena's unique infrastructure is decentralized and built for mass adoption because of its multi-chain approach. Now, the main thing I want to point out is that Kadena runs on proof-of-work, and it has been thought for a long time that proof-of-work is not scalable. However, Kadena claims to be able to handle up to 480,000 transactions per second using Chainweb, which is very fast. To put things into perspective, Solana is thought to be fast at 50,000 transactions per second, and most layer 1 blockchains these days run on the proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, which a validator's probability to confirm the next block is directly correlated to how many tokens they have staked, which by nature is always going to make proof-of-stake blockchains more centralized. The rich are only going to get richer and have more control. Proof-of-work is always going to be more decentralized. And with Kadena being able to handle up to 480,000 transactions per second, they would be the first ever proof-of-work blockchain to solve the blockchain trilemma of scalability, decentralization, and security. Now, I understand there are a lot of people that may watch this video that are big fans of Caspa. I also really like Caspa, and this is not me taking a shot at Caspa. I want to be crystal clear on that. I think Caspa is a fantastic project and also could potentially have solved the blockchain trilemma. That being said, Kadena was founded in 2016 by Stuart Popejoy and Will Martino. Stuart Popejoy led JP Morgan's emerging blockchain group before founding Kadena and has 15 years of experience building trading systems and infrastructure and finance. The fact that their founders are connected to JP Morgan is huge. JP Morgan is a very powerful connection to have and a really big tie into the finance world. And personally, my favorite person in the Kadena team is Dr. Stuart Haber, who is the co-inventor of blockchain technology and the most cited author in Bitcoin's white paper, the original OG Bitcoin. As you can see right here, he was cited 3 different times. In my opinion, this gives Kadena a lot more credibility than most projects, and this can be a big narrative that ends up driving the price of Kadena up in the next bull run. Now, when you look at Kadena's website, build without compromise, they have proven security, safer smart contracts, no cost transactions, industrial scalability, and energy efficient at scale, which this is very important because it runs on proof of work. And now I also want to point out they have some pretty nice partnerships. CeeLo, Cosmos, Binance, Ledger, which is one of my favorite hardware wallets, Flux, which is a project I'll be talking about again very soon, and one of my favorite projects in the industry. Essentially, Flux provides decentralized cloud infrastructure. So instead of needing Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud, you can use Flux. And I also want to point out some of the latest news. So Kadena launches a 100 million grant program for Web3 builders. This is a very good thing to see because they're trying to grow their ecosystem during a bear market. And a lot of projects out there don't have funding, which ends up killing their ecosystem. Now, when you look at Kadena's Twitter, they have 308,000 followers, which is a pretty solid amount compared to a lot of other projects. And Kadena continues posting pretty frequently, which is a good thing to see. You want an active community. And July 13th, they were just talking about the Lynx wallet, the first chainless gas-free wallet on the Kadena blockchain. That's a big thing to see because that will help people invest in KDA's ecosystem a lot easier while paying less gas fees. And it's a good thing to see that Kadena's team is still attending events, as they will be in Paris July 17th through the 20th. Now, something else I want to point out is Kadena's monthly active developers. A lot of people out there claim that Kadena is a dying project. However, based on their monthly active developers, it says otherwise, which just proves that they are continuing to develop their ecosystem. Now, this isn't directly correlated to Kadena. However, I want to point out that the SEC recently accepted BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF application. What does this mean for the crypto space? Well, BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager. They are in charge of trillions of dollars of funds. If the Bitcoin ETF actually gets accepted, I would go as far to say that I could see this starting an early bull market. This would make it significantly easier for the average person to actually get into crypto. Obviously, this should drive Bitcoin's price up, and if it does so, it should drive Kadena and most other altcoins prices up as well. Now, as for how high I think Kadena could go next bull run, when you look at Shiba Inu, it has a market cap of 4.7 billion, and as we discussed, Kadena is about 150 million. If you go to market cap of and you put Kadena in and you put Shiba Inu in, theoretically, if Kadena were to reach the market cap of Shiba Inu right now, it'd be trading at a price point of $19.88. That'd be about a 29x. I think this is absolutely possible, and this wouldn't even be Kadena getting back to its all-time high of $28, which is certainly a possibility that it does do that. Kadena's hype has fallen off a little bit since the introduction of Kaspa, but regardless, if Kadena is actually the first ever scalable proof-of-work blockchain, then naturally that's going to give it a lot of hype. People love speed, and Kadena flashing the number of 480,000 transactions per second could garner a lot of hype, along with Stuart Haber being listed in Bitcoin's white paper. And I know a lot of people's argument for Kaspa is that it's never experienced a bull run. However, Kadena really hasn't either. If you actually think about it, they didn't have a DEX at the time, they didn't have a developed ecosystem. I am really interested to see what Kadena can actually do next bull run. But this is just my price prediction. Please do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Now, when you look at Kadena on the weekly time frame, as you can see, the stochastics were oversold and are starting to push up, and the RSI is extremely oversold. Now, you could argue that Kadena is in a falling wedge, which break up 68% of the time, but I don't even believe that's valid because it has a lower low. And then if you look at price action, it swings from a higher low to a lower low. If you look at the RSI, it's a double bottom. That is Class C bullish divergence, which traditionally signifies a bottom is in. The reality of Kadena is it has been getting destroyed for a long time. If you believe in this project, it might not be a bad time for you to start dollar cost averaging in. I don't really know how much lower Kadena can actually go. Maybe down to that 37-cent region. But the reality is most crypto projects right now are tied to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin pumps, most will pump. If Bitcoin dumps, most will dump. And to that point, I want to show you guys Bitcoin's weekly time frame. Now, as you can see, the stochastics were oversold, starting to push up, and the RSI is a bit overbought, but that's not the end of the world. Now, if you look at the moving averages, you can see that the 21-day just recently crossed the 200-day. That is a golden cross, and typically that signifies a huge move is coming. And with the stochastics not being overbought yet, I would not be shocked at all if Bitcoin makes its way up into that $36,000, $37,000 region. Obviously, anything is possible, and macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. For example, if the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF actually gets accepted, that could skyrocket Bitcoin's price. However, if all of a sudden Bitcoin became illegal in the United States, that could completely crash Bitcoin's price. So just realize anything can happen. Keep an open mind. That's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how do you guys feel about Kadena next bull run? Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
I'm hitting the ground running, up and coming, ain't nothing, yeah, rookie of the year, I'ma keep it 100, cold-blooded, no budget, from nothing to something, I ain't bluffing, I got a full hand, and a full plan, I ain't gonna stop till I'm at the top, man, every single drop got me feeling awesome.